Welcome to Love Science Today, the podcast where we explore modern relationships through psychology, sociology, philosophy, and real human behavior. Here we study attraction, intimacy, boundaries, and emotional safety in the age of digital connection. If you want to understand love on a deeper level, you are in the right place. Let us begin. This episode delves into complex trauma theory, but keeps it accessible, validating the exhaustion that comes from chronic people-pleasing. Today's episode is titled, The Fawn Response, Why Some People Overlove to Stay Safe. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it with your body, not your brain. When you are in a conflict with your partner, or even just sensing that they might be in a bad mood, what happens to your breath? Do you hold it? Do you suddenly feel a frantic need to fix the vibe? To make them smile? To apologize even if you aren't sure what you did? Have you ever felt like your love was a performance? Like if you could just be nice enough, easy enough, or low maintenance enough, maybe they would stay. Maybe you would be safe. If this resonates, you aren't just nice, you aren't just polite, you are surviving. Welcome back to Love Science Today, where we make sense of human connection one episode at a time. I'm your host, Kehinde Ojo. Today we are exploring something powerful, pervasive, and often overlooked, the fawn response. We are going to talk about why you might be overloving to stay safe, why you feel exhausted even when your relationship is calm, and how to finally stop shape-shifting and start existing. Most of us know the classic trauma responses. Fight, the aggressor; flight, the runner; freeze, the deer in headlights. But there is a fourth one, coined by psychotherapist Pete Walker, fawn. Fawn is a response where a person avoids conflict or harm by being excessively compliant, accommodating, and helpful. It is merging with the needs of others to avoid being targeted. Think of it as please don't hurt me behavior disguised as I love you behavior. It is people-pleasing on steroids. But here is the crucial distinction. People-pleasing can be a habit. Fawning is a nervous system compulsion. It is your body saying, I am in danger. The only way to survive is to erase myself and become exactly what this person needs me to be. It isn't about politeness, it is about safety. Where does this come from? It usually starts in childhood. If you grew up in a home where love was conditional, where affection was given only when you were good, quiet, or achieving, you learn to perform. But more often it comes from unpredictability. If a parent was emotionally volatile, maybe they were an addict, or narcissistic, or just very stressed, you became a little detective. You learned to read the micro-expressions on their face. Is mom happy today? Is dad angry? You learned that if you could anticipate their needs before they got upset, you could prevent an explosion. You learned the equation. My needs equals danger. Their needs equals safety. Over time, you forgot you even had needs. You became a chameleon. And now, as an adult, you walk into a relationship, and before you even know the person's middle name, you are already scanning them to figure out who you need to be to make them like you. So how do you know if you are fawning or if you are just a caring partner? Here are the signs. 1. The sorry reflex. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. You apologize for the weather. You apologize for taking up space. 2. The chameleon effect. You adopt their opinions. If they hate that movie, you hate it too. If they love hiking, suddenly you love hiking. Even though you hate bugs, you lose your edges. 3. The inability to identify preference. If I asked you, where do you want to eat? You panic. You say, I don't mind, you choose. You aren't being easygoing. You are terrified that if you pick the wrong place, they will be unhappy and you will be unsafe. 4. The therapist role. You date emotionally unavailable or dominant people, and you listen to them for hours. You validate them. You soothe them, but they know nothing about you. 5. Exhaustion. This is the biggest one. After hanging out with your partner, do you feel energized? Or do you feel drained like you just finished a stage performance? Fawning is exhausting because you are constantly suppressing your true self. Here is the tragedy of the fawn response. You do it to secure connection. You do it so they won't leave. But fawning prevents intimacy. You cannot be intimate with a mask. If you are fawning, your partner isn't in a relationship with you. They are in a relationship with a mirror that reflects their own needs back at them. This leads to two outcomes. Resentment. You start to feel used. You think, I do everything for them and they do nothing for me. But you never ask them to do anything for you. The sudden breakup. One day you snap. You are so burnt out from the performance that you just leave, and the partner is shocked because they thought everything was perfect. When you shapeshift to avoid rejection, you aren't building a relationship. You are building a house of cards. I often hear clients say, but Kahindi, isn't it good to be kind? Isn't it good to compromise? Yes, but there is a fundamental difference. Kindness comes from a place of abundance and choice. I am helping you because I have energy and I want to. Fawning comes from a place of fear and compulsion. I am helping you because if I don't, you might reject me. The litmus test. Check your body after you say yes. If you feel warm and open, then kindness. If you feel tight, resentful, or anxious, fawning. Let's make this real. Let's talk about Ife and Leo. Ife is a brilliant 27-year-old researcher. She met Leo during her master's degree. Leo was charming, intense, and very opinionated. He had a temper, not violent, just moody. Ife, who grew up with a critical father, immediately slipped into her role. She learned quickly what topics upset Leo. She avoided them. She learned how to phrase things gently so he wouldn't feel criticized. She downplayed her own academic wins so he wouldn't feel insecure about his own grades. She laughed off his sarcastic comments, even when they stung. From the outside, they looked like a power couple. But inside, Ife was disappearing. She stopped seeing her friends because Leo didn't like them. She stopped eating spicy food because Leo didn't like it. When she finally left him, she sat in her therapist's office and said something profound. I never felt abused. He never hit me. I just felt edited. That is the cost of fawning. You become an edited manuscript of a person. You lose your emotional fingerprint. So how do we stop the edit? How do we publish the full version of ourselves? Here is your protocol for healing. 1. Name it, the pause. Awareness is the first interruption. When you feel that urge to over-apologize or fix their mood, stop. Take a breath. Say to yourself, I am fawning right now. I am safe. I do not need to fix this. 2. The let me check rule. Never agree to anything immediately. If they ask you to do something, say, let me check my calendar, or let me think about that. Buy yourself time to see if you actually want to do it. 3. Reconnect to needs, the low-stakes practice. Start practicing preferences in low-stakes environments. Pick the movie. Pick the restaurant. Tell the barista they got your order wrong. You have to teach your nervous system that self-assertion does not equal death. 4. Expect the guilt spike. When you stop fawning, you will feel guilty. You will feel mean. This is normal. Guilt is not a sign you are doing something wrong. It is a sign you are breaking a pattern. It is just your fawning muscle crying because you aren't using it. Let it cry. 5. Trauma-informed therapy. Fawning is a deep nervous system groove. Often we need a professional, EMDR, somatic experiencing, to help us feel safe in our own bodies so we don't have to merge with others. I want you to journal on this tonight. When did I first learn to be easy in love? Who praised you for being low maintenance? Who taught me that being myself was dangerous? Do I believe love is a transaction? I give compliance, you give safety. What does my voice sound like when it isn't filtered through fear? I want to leave you with this thought. Healthy love allows difference. Healthy love welcomes boundaries. It respects slowness. It doesn't ask you to abandon yourself to be adored. If someone only loves the version of you that never disagrees, never cries, and never says, I need, they don't love you. They love your compliance. And you deserve to be loved for your character, not your utility. Thank you for joining this emotional deep dive. If this episode touched something tender, know that fawning is not your fault. It is what you learn to survive. But survival is not the same as connection, and you deserve connection. Join us next week as we unpack the slow fade. When someone doesn't ghost you, they just fade away. What does that mean? And how should you respond? Until then, be kind, be honest, and take up your rightful space. This is Love Science Today. I'm Kehinde Ojo. Thank you for listening to Love Science Today. I hope this episode gave you something meaningful to think about. If you learned something, share it with someone who may benefit. Remember that love is not random. It is a pattern you can understand and choose with intention. Join me again for the next episode as we continue exploring the science and soul of real connection. Stay thoughtful, stay open, take care of your heart.